Hello, I am Dave Miller. I'm the project leader for the Bugzilla project. And this afternoon, my plan is working on release notes, which a lot of it is already done, but just going through and making sure that they actually are done and ready for the release, because we are expecting to release sometime in the next few days, hopefully. Let's see here. Got the workspace set up. Yep, there we are. So here's our release blockers list for all of the releases that we're working on right now. And a bunch of these have PRs that are just waiting to land, the pull requests on GitHub. And so basically what we have left is the release notes and the security bugs that will land last minute before we release. And those aren't on here, of course. You'll find out about those when we release. So let me see if I can... Let me go find GitHub. I gotta look and find out what's in here first too. I didn't look yet. Just got here, so. I don't know if 4.4 had the release notes in here or not. They are, okay. We have up to 4.4.13 and that's it. Okay. Okay. So what have we done since 4.4.13? Okay, we do have a few things in here. I don't have a 4.4.13 in a Docker anywhere. It'll be a pain in the butt to set that up right now. Unless we want to be adventurous, maybe I could build a Docker image for 4.4.13 right now. Or run it locally. Let me see if I have enough on here to do that. We can install it if we don't. Uh-oh, didn't unlock my keys yet. Click, click, click. Okay. I don't know if I even have a... Did not have a database server on here. Well, let's do that. Okay, it works. Doesn't like that, huh? Oh, did we have the... Maybe they started enforcing this. Yeah, there we go. And then we do this without the identified by. Used to be able to do it in one step in MySQL ages ago. Okay. See what it tells us we're missing. Oh, email send is the only thing we're missing. Cool. Which Ubuntu is not going to have a new enough version of. I already know that. So we'll install that locally, and that doesn't work because I did a typo there. Oh, this local config is configured for the Docker image, huh? Or I had that running and was using it at some point. Okay. Just to make sure, we'll run it again. have the SU exec on. You know what? We should. Yeah, I thought so. We need a web server. Harmony, you're not going to need a web server. It's got a built-in server in it. But we aren't there yet because this is an old branch. Yeah, okay. Yeah, 4.4 branch. We'll have to do some of this over again because I did that in the my personal directory instead of the one that was owned by root. Let's see, required modules. That's just email send again, yeah. Because it installed it locally to Bugzilla before. We're all done. We already created the database from the other one. We just pointed at the same database, so it's there already. Okay, now I got to get Apache pointing at it. Actually, let me we have example configs. Let me go grab the quick start config. And I got to make sure all the modules are enabled too. What do we got? Should say in here somewhere. Oh, right there. Okay. And there we are. And there's our release notes in progress. Okay. So now I have a copy of it to look at. because it's built by the template, so that's why I had to set it up so we could serve it. Okay. Oh, I need to get back in my not HTML, it's in web apps. Bugzilla. Template en default pages release notes. We need to add a section for 4.4.14. And we are going to have security content, so I'll just throw that in here now. That URL doesn't exist yet. It will by the time we release. Okay, now we go back to the commit log. What did we do? Release notes are not going to care about all the GitHub maintenance. We were changing the GitHub Actions stuff so that it would do proper testing on GitHub when you made commits. Okay. We're indenting those, it looks like. This, I believe, was compatibility with a specific version of the email mime Perl module. Did we? We did not include that in the comment, just the bug number. Okay, yep, here it is. Didn't word that any differently anywhere else today. Fixes a compatibility issue with the email mime Perl module. Versions 1.949 and later. I have a bug link shortcut, don't I? I don't. They all have the links spelled out. Oh, the newer Bugzilla versions have a template shortcut for producing bug links, where I can just do like include bug with the bug number. Yeah, there's no template block down there for it. Okay, I don't feel like backporting that. We'll just make normal links. Yeah, it's a long file. And we need to fix the bug number. That is 1657496. 56574. I need 6. That wasn't the only thing. See, the GitHub Action stuff we're not going to care about. Thought I was going to sneeze there for a second, but I didn't. We survived. Okay. I'm going to need to see the bug for this one too. Template Toolkit versions 2.28 through 3.007 are blacklisted due to a compatibility issue. Versions 2.22 through 2.27 and 3.008 and later are still supported. We'll copy paste it this time. That leaves only one thing. And this was newer version of email sender. Okay. Bugzilla has a dependency on email address. The email address Perl module, which was unstated in the dependency list because it was also a dependency of email sender, which Bugzilla also uses. Newer versions of email sender stopped depending on email address, so Bugzilla now needs to depend on it explicitly. That UL needs to go at the end of the list. Oops. Missed the shift key when I pasted. And since Control V actually does things on a terminal, you got to do Shift Control V to paste. Okay, where's my dependency tree? Do we have anything else in 4.4 that's... Yeah. Let's see, it contains the following bug fixes, plural, because there's more than one. And we're going to add a paragraph. I'm going to stick a nice border around that. This will be the last release of the Bugzilla 4.4 branch, unless further security issues are found. Before the end of life date passes. Bugzilla 4.4 will reach end of life. Four months after the release of version 4.4.14. Please take the opportunity to upgrade to version 5.2 or newer. Yes, a new era indeed. Okay, where was my demo page? Here's the 4.4. Oh, we need some padding on that. That looks better. Yeah, it looks good. We actually have a bug number for that, don't we? Release notes 1786715. 1786715. 615, yep, that's right. Oh, right. I should do that globally. But I'll probably do this again at some point. User.email. Okay. Where's my Git directory? It is publicly accessible. Good. Because I need to get that over here to commit it because I don't feel like screwing around with SSH keys to get me to be able to commit from root. Okay, Git status. What's our missing file here? Oh, local config. We don't care about that. Okay. The web apps directory isn't globally accessible. That doesn't help. Oh, wait, it might be. It may be a pass-through and not direct. Like you got to know the path to get to it. Release notes. We're at 14. How do I do that? I know I've done it before. I'll get the pull from a local branch. Do I need a file URL in front of it or something? I can get in there as me. 530 untracked files. How does that work? Dubious ownership of direct. Yeah, okay. We'll do it the hard way. Actually, I need to be root to do that because of the dubious ownership. Now we drop root. Yay, okay. Seven eight six 715. Of course, it's not going into 5.2. This one passed it. There it is. Okay. That should have gotten us something cool. I love that feature. We got that set up just recently on BMO, where you mention a bug number in the title of a commit or a pull request, and it'll automatically add it to the bug in Bugzilla. Okay. 5.0.4.1. Get rid of all of these extra windows now. Oh. The branch name is 504. Do I have a shallow checkout or something? There we go. You just need to check out, not pull. Now what? Email sender is too old. That's right. It has a newer version of email sender, which is newer than what Ubuntu ships. Okay. I closed my window with the release notes in it. Okay, it's 50x release notes. Oh, 4.1, which is because 5.0.5 exists and shouldn't have been on this branch. Oops. So we forked from just after 504. Oops. Start off with security notice. Security advisories are named for the last release that contained the bug being fixed on the lowest branch it's being fixed on. So they're all going to be 4.4.13 for the advisory URL once it goes live. Okay. .504 branch, commit log. And what have we done since 504? Lots of documentation updates, apparently. Dockers 504 version bump. Okay, we have some interesting bug fixes in here. It's an old stable branch, so you generally go with everything. This is the Jitterbug script import. JB2BZ pi. We're importing jitterbugs. It's updated to properly handle missing version in operating system values. Imported bugs. I wonder if we didn't fix that on newer branches. I don't remember seeing that in the others. That'll be interesting to check. I suppose if we look at the bug, it'll tell us. The bug is open. It never got resolved. But the pull request got merged. Interesting. Not letting me. Okay, this shadow database is out of date or something. The pop-up is not letting me edit the details. Okay, we'll have to come back to that. Is it letting me touch this yet? No. Oh, I know why it's not letting me touch that. Because I don't have permission to with this user. Wait a minute. Update, reopen, default container. I need to be me to do that. That means that comment I made was triage bot too. March 20, 2018. Should we stop and port that right now while we're thinking about it? It's a nice quick patch. Cherry pick now. So maybe that did already get fixed? It's claiming we already have it, I think. JPEG. What does that commit do? Version unspecified, line 33. Yeah, that's there already. Okay, interesting. Harmony doesn't even have that, I think. Yeah, the Jitterbugs import script is gone out of there. Probably because it didn't exist in 4.2. Okay. Oops, I'm triage bot. I don't want to be triage bot. Fixed in 5.2. Oh, I know why. It's exactly that same commit because 5.2 was forked from 506 after that patch landed. Okay. So we will go ahead and close this out then. Okay. Get off on little tangents like that every once in a while. Okay, don't need that window anymore. Oh, I lost my, let's see, did I fix the bug number there? I did not. 1429243. I'm pretty sure that's not in the 5.2 release notes. Probably on the guys, as we didn't compare about contrib on that because it's a full version release or whatever. 243, but this one is a stable branch release, so we're supposed to cite everything we did to it, in theory. But we can change order of importance. This got backed out. There should be a backout commit on that up here somewhere. Probably pretty recently. Yeah, there it is right there. Why the heck are there so many commits on a default or a stable branch? Okay, email addresses with apostrophe in them. Break, send email to Bugzilla. And that is on 5.0. Merged on master. So I got backported and nobody said so. Merged into Bugzilla 5.0, not into master. So I got merged into master as well, I hope. So he just said he didn't paste any link. What is that touching? Add the filter. Miscellaneous link on the bug list. Properly handle email addresses that contain apostrophes. Which, yes, that's legal apparently. It's all past tense. Email address link on the bug list page was fixed to properly handle. Okay, next. Yes, exactly. This terminal window is in the way of being able to read the chat. Can't even tell you're there on the stream. Why did I merge this without a bug number? I did it. Shame on me. Okay, that's in root. That's not in my local checkout. Oh, I had a branch for 4.4 release notes already. Some of those things weren't actually committed yet at the point those release notes were written. Wait, that was in there? It's not in there. Is that still waiting? Block lists. Oh, okay, that's not in there. We decided not to bother with it. It was written and I got talked into not including it because 4.4 is old and people shouldn't be using it anyway. But it's only going to matter for a new install. And anybody that's already got it installed is already going to have a compatible version of MySQL or it's not going to be working. Okay. Um, okay, so there wasn't anything else important in that block of text, was there? Some things were worded a little bit differently. Not differently enough to be worth fixing it. Uh, I don't know. I kind of like that wording on the template toolkit, or not the email address one, the email MIME. We didn't mention the which version number caused it. What was it? 1949. We should probably indent these properly. How do I delete a branch remotely? I remember seeing how to do this somewhere before. Because I'm sure that exists on the server. Oh, it doesn't exist on the server. I never pushed it. Cool. Okay. Anyway, we did not have a one for 5041 yet. That's what we're messing with on the other window over here. Got off my commit log somewhere. 504. Commits. Prefix it with a colon. Is that for deleting the remote branch? Oh, now I remember why I was looking at that other window. Because we already had a release note for that on 5.2 and I wanted to grab the verbiage off of it. Viewport meta. Why did the other one indent? Was it because the one below it was indented? That's weird. Okay. Huh. And the other file that was indenting the lines after, too. Documentation fixes we're not going to care about. MIME type on single part email. It's the same one that we just looked at on the other, on 4.4. Oh, that was why. No, that one didn't. Okay. Documentation changes, test suite changes, documentation. Lots of documentation and GitHub infrastructure changes. This is probably not release notable. It's a behind the scenes thing. That was fixing the update check code to be able to tell what the 4 dot version numbers, since it's 5.0.4.1, and the new one after that's going to be 5.0.4.2. Okay, so basically all the same stuff that went on 4.4. See, we already did that one, right? Yeah, it's right there. So both of these get to come over. And we should sort these in order of importance and not in order of commit. So the jitterbugs one gets to be last. I don't know, some degree of those are all important for each other. That one's on the 5.2 notes. Oh, and it's not going to be... Okay, that's on that branch I deleted. I needed the text from that one. Let's scroll back. Do I have? There it is. MySQL. I don't get to copy that from 5.2 because 5.2 actually has it. Okay. If you can't stay on version 5.7 or older, we recommend using MariaDB. Or version 5.2 or newer of Bugzilla. That didn't work. This is 504 I'm messing with, right? Yes, it is. .504 doesn't have the stuff in it that broke MariaDB 10.6 and later. So they can still use MariaDB 10.6. Because that was the big UTF-8 conversion. How did I do that? It used tabs. I forgot to do expand tab. Okay. So 5.2, unless we had added the MariaDB driver, would not work MariaDB 10.6 and later. Or at least not, it would work, but it would be annoying. Every time you ran check setup PL, it would try to do stuff that was unnecessary for it to do. 505 and 506 will have that problem. 5.2 will not, and 504 will not. So I think that's it. Oh, the email address dependency missing. We didn't actually have that one in here, did we? Oh yeah, it is in there. Okay. So yeah, that's it for 5041. Okay, I did close the list, right? We got a /ul. Yes, we do. Should we add a note about the branch in there? It's probably a good idea. Should put it after the security thing. This is intended to follow the stable 5.0 branch of Bugzilla. Version 5.0.5 contain invasive fixes which should not have been on a stable branch. So we branched again from 5.0.4 to continue to provide security updates without the invasive changes. Does that sound good? Looks good to me. Why did that not? How did I do that? One key off on the keyboard. Surprised Git didn't choke on it. Okay. That was 504. I do not have a 504 branch one yet. Okay. Failed. Why? Oh, because I branched from 5.2. Oops. nuke that and start over. Okay, let's try this again. Now it patched. And we got patch mess from the first attempt. Make sure my diff looks okay. For release notes, it's 1786956. So 6956. Oops, 5.0.4.1. Some of this just gets repetitive after a while. Tests failed. Better go look at that. What did we break? Oh, it's that stupid test. Okay. Okay. Where was that? Line 75. Wait, which word is it complaining about? Bug warning. Oh, it's line 75 in the test. Okay, never mind. So we said the word bug in here somewhere. So we need to do it like this. So we have I don't see it. Oh, it's Bugzilla itself that's complaining about, isn't it? Because we have terms Bugzilla. Okay. See, it's staying indented on this version. Or on this file. When I do the reformat, the reflow, whatever. One hand's typing faster than the other one is. One failed, and I bet it's exactly the same problem. Should we wait for 5.4 or 4.4.14 to finish tests to make sure first? Okay. One 1786717. It's still running. I kind of feel like the release notes page ought to be exempted from that bug words test, because everything in it is talking about upstream Bugzilla, and we're going to call it that anyway because that's what we call it. So it doesn't need to follow the variable name. How are we doing on time? I do need to watch the time because today is Mother's Day. And so we're doing family stuff after my wife gets out of work tonight. It failed still. Uh-oh. It's still bug words. Okay. Bug words is 8. Nope, that's filter. Bug words is 9. Okay. Which one failed? 217. Oh, we missed one. Oops. It's the big red box. Right there. Suppose I should run the test again to make sure it passes. Yep, cool. Fail. Oh, different fail. Or Emmanuel's last comment there about Showbug CGI. Yeah, the URLs are exempt from the test. It would break things if it wasn't. That fails. Okay. Bug list page. Imported bugs. Okay. So we got 2 of them. That was somebody's bright idea a while back to make it so you could change what it was called so somebody could make Issuezilla and have it still work upstream. Change didn't hold. Okay. There's one more in here somewhere. There it is right there. Yeah. Renaming a bug to call it something else isn't such a bad idea. Renaming the whole product is kind of weird. I guess unless you're trying to actually fork it, but then why would you have to send it upstream? Okay, there's too many of these. I definitely need to. There it is, the jitterbugs. I was saying there was a bugs in here somewhere too, I remember. Fail. We missed one somewhere. Email assignees has one in it. Pass. Yay. Well, that was fast. Oh, that's the other ticket. Never mind. But it did pass. Yay. I'm not sure if 591 really needs release notes. It's a development release. Usually we don't do those. But it does need a write-up of some kind. That didn't land on Harmony. It is on Harmony. Or the Harmony one's not merged yet. Still waiting on Dylan to review that one. The 5.2 one got reviewed already. That refused to use MariaDB with the MySQL drivers because of the 10.6 and newer issue. Check setup PL barfs on the UTF-8 stuff in MariaDB 10.6 and up if you're using it with the MySQL driver. But using the MariaDB driver handles it fine, which is as it should. Okay, where was our... That still failed. Or did it not update? It still failed. What now? Filter? The filter test is failing on it? $221. release notes. Unfiltered directive term. Oh, because it's term instead of terms. Yeah, the only one. It should be terms Bugzilla. Yep. Why do I always do that? Get the space and the P backwards, typing too fast. Okay. Now the 5.2 release notes, we should probably double check to make sure they have everything in them. And I'm thinking that we're going to push off a bunch of this stuff to a 5.9.2 release, because I would really like to release 5.2 and Friends tomorrow. Get that security update out there. So we'll get the security fix into 5.9.1, and you're still not going to be able to upgrade to it from earlier versions of Bugzilla. But it gets more eyes in front of it if people want to play with it. And then we'll have the rest of the blockers cleared out for 5.9.2 with the update path. And we need one of these for upgrading from 5.3.3 to Harmony also. Fail. 5.2 release notes are failing too for the same one. 221. Yeah, lots of them. Okay. What branch am I at here? 504. And I have understood what I painted patch, that's right. Okay, how do I do that? Let's do that. There's no main in Bugzilla. It's got master. Okay. Oh, right. That's this bug right here. Actually, no, this. I do want to do find. I don't want to do grep. Find. There we go. Man pages for email send and email sender show up in that live directory, and the colons being in the file name break the make file. I'm not quite sure what the best way is to deal with that. If anybody's got suggestions, feel free to add them to that bug. Basically, it breaks upgrading from older versions. So, and that's the other thing is that Harmony, it's like I mentioned in here, Harmony drops all of the Perl modules in local instead of lib. So nuking the lib directory would fix it. Except that then it complains that it can't create the htaccess file there. So you can't actually nuke the lib directory, you have to nuke everything out of it instead. Man directory will be enough to make the make file work. Yay for additional dependencies. But I do have to admit that the Harmony's dependency installer is kind of nice. It feels much nicer than that install module PL stuff that it was doing. You just need more dependencies to make it work. The downside to the install like this is that you need to set up a cron job of some sort to periodically run the installer again so that you get security updates for the Perl modules. which you would have to do anyway for the stuff you install in the lib directory via cpan with install module pl in the older versions. And of course, a lot of people never think about that, so these Perl modules get security updates and you don't want to be without them. Do we have a release notes file on this branch? Oh, because half the dependencies aren't there yet, that's why. One of them failed. Sometimes it's dependency ordering. I remember once or twice I've run this, we're running it again, would install the ones that didn't the first time. Bugzilla does have a billion dependencies in the long run. We don't actually depend on all of them, but a lot of things we depend on a lot of stuff. You know what? I bet I'm missing a C compiler in this box. The ones that are failing are all ones that have C libraries in them. I didn't install Build Essential first. Probably should have done that. While we're waiting for that, it's there's our first one right there. Rewrite it in Rust. Why is that not finding anything? I can see one on the line right above where I am right now. The case insensitive flag network in them. Now it finds it. Why is my swap history not saving between runs? Oops. This one has there's the shortcut for putting the bug links in. I can do include bug link with the ID, the bug number, and it just makes the link. Except I end up having the tags. Don't want to wrap the tags. Is that when I fail it or not? The colons on the end might. Some of that stuff should have been in there already. Maybe the colon on the end of it makes it not break it. That one. Not this one. That one's inside a tag. We're not going to change that. Okay, so that's the word bug that's getting a few of them. Okay. Did this finish yet? It did. Some modules failed. And they were all C library ones. Nope. Type correctly. Lab MariaDB dev. Okay. All the others that failed were dependencies for MariaDB, and they picked up their libraries from that too, apparently. Okay. So now it says we have everything, right? So does this work now? No, because we're still in lib CGI mode, and Harmony doesn't work in CGI anymore. Okay. We still have the release note. Updates in this 4.2.x release. They never updated our release notes since they branched. .2 release notes, anybody? So that needs to be rewritten from scratch. Okay. Back to 5.2. Let's see, I should have that couple lines up. Hey, it's still in there this time. I think it didn't choke on that one because of the colon after it, because it's trying to avoid flagging ones with Perl modules and so forth. That one would definitely flag, though. right there. I say there was another bug here somewhere. Turns that bug. Still failed. Now what? That's a big list still. Emails about bugs. Send mail to bug assignees on bug lists. Okay. What was it now? Let's run the test again. It'll tell me. Mail to bug assignees. Button on bug lists. Okay. Is that line 238? Is that what that means? Oh, it's my bug link block, huh? Yep, there we go. Okay. Five oh four one passed. 5414 passed. The 5.2 one was way down here somewhere. There it is. Oh, I'm past 4 o'clock. I need to get going. So 5.2 release notes are going to need a little bit of attention because we got to check for recent commits because it's been, I think, December since we worked on it. And we've actually committed a lot of stuff on 5.2 since then. So there's probably more stuff to add to the notes. But we will have to come back to that because I need to go and do Mother's Day stuff with my family. So we'll stall for a minute to watch, make sure this test passes. Maybe late tonight we'll come and play with it. And then I will hassle Dylan for pull request approvals. Maybe we should go watch it run. Of course, by the time we get there, it's probably about done by now. Guess not, it's just starting. Oh, there's the two tests that kept breaking us. Yay, that looks green. I think because I left the page, I have to, the back button's not gonna make it run. Yeah, there we go. Checks have passed, yay. Okay, so we'll come back to this later. I gotta get out of here and go do Mother's Day stuff. So have a good afternoon, everybody, or evening, or whatever time of day it is where you are. And see us.